Are you thinking of using WordPress to create and sell your online courses? If so, this is a great video to watch because I'm going to talk about exactly why WordPress is a great platform and why it might not be the right platform for you. I'm Natalie Lucier, founder of Access Ally, the #1 most powerful WordPress plugin for online course and membership site creation for people who want to scale. But don't let my occupation sway you. Let's go ahead and talk about why online courses are so important and how to pick the right type of platform. So when it comes right down to it, there are two main options in the marketplace right now. So for a platform as a service, these tend to be companies like Thinkific, Teachable, Kajabi, Podia. It's essentially where you sign up, you get a login, and then you start uploading your materials into the platform. So it is essentially like renting an apartment in someone else's complex. So you can come in, you can add your furniture and put your style on there and invite people into your home and start teaching. It's a great way to get started quickly. It tends to be a lot easier for people who are maybe not as tech savvy or who don't care too much about customizing the look and feel. So because of that, you can get started quickly, you can test out a course idea, launch it, get some sales in the door, and then really scale it from there if you decide to switch to a different platform. But on these platforms, just like when you're a renter, the owners might not let you tear down a room or add a wall or any of those things. So it does tend to be a little bit more restrictive in terms of what you can do inside of this platform. And along those lines, sometimes when you start off there, you might realize that it's really hard to migrate your content and your members out of that platform. And because you don't own it, it might be hard to get backups or to export things out of there. So it's really important to consider before you start your online course what your long-term vision is for your courses and memberships. And by the way, a lot of these platforms don't handle memberships too well. They are usually designed for one thing. So if you have a very specific goal in mind, if it's a course that you're creating, then these platforms that are just for courses are great, but they tend not to be as flexible in terms of what you can offer inside of them. Next, we have software as a service. So in this model, which tends to be more available for WordPress, what you're doing is you will build everything on your own website server. So that could be a WordPress hosting server if you're using WordPress, and then you have the software that you install. And so that's essentially like building your own home. You get to decide exactly what goes in. You can add other plugins and add-ons and customize everything to your heart's desire. So it can be a lot more specific for what it is that you want to create. And it has a lot more flexibility and power built into it as well. So you could offer a mix of memberships and courses and digital downloads and digital products or coaching. There's all of this opening of the doors that you can have inside of this type of software as a service option on WordPress. And there is a good reason that 40% of the web is powered by WordPress. So out of all the websites you visit, 40% of them are using WordPress under the hood. And for membership sites and online courses, WordPress is incredible because there are so many great options to choose from and different add-ons and themes that you can use to really make things work the way you want them to. Another big benefit of choosing WordPress to run your online courses is that a lot of the WordPress course plugins tend to not have any transaction fees. So when you're going for platform as a service option, sometimes they have a transaction fee or they take a percentage of your sales. So as you're making sales, as you're growing, you're giving a percentage of that to these companies. Whereas WordPress options tend to not have that at all. You will have just your straight up PayPal or Stripe fees or however you are taking payments. And that way the company and the WordPress company is not taking any of your income. And along those lines, because it's WordPress, you have full control. If you need to back it up, if you need to export members or content or anything else, you can quickly do that. You can even change website hosts, and you also own your domain and all of the other parts of it. So it is fully in your control. If anything were to happen, you can pick up and move. You can switch to a different plugin or any of those things, and that gives you a lot of power and flexibility, and you're never stuck in someone else's proprietary system. One of the biggest benefits of creating online courses on WordPress is the ability to integrate. So whether you are integrating with your email marketing platform or integrating with a payment processor or integrating with a shipping service or pretty much anything else you can imagine under the sun, you have options to integrate. There are even plugins that all they do is help integrate between different things. So WordPress gives you so much flexibility here. Now, there is a potential to fall into the duct tape territory with WordPress, so that is one thing I will warn you about. If you want to integrate WordPress or a plugin with a certain thing, there might be a couple of different steps that you add on, and then as plugins get updated or out of date, sometimes these connections can get loose and broken. So if you can, you'll want to find a plugin that really integrates directly with what it is that you use, so that you don't have too many duct taped plugins and add-ons that really could be a little bit janky as things change over time. Now let's talk about design. So when it comes to online courses, there are very traditional designs with simple things like sidebars and maybe progress tracking, but a lot of times as course creators and creative entrepreneurs, we want things to look gorgeous on our websites, and WordPress absolutely lets you do that. It lets you design mobile-friendly sites, it lets you design all kinds of things. Whatever you have in mind, you can do it on WordPress. Now with that, there does come sometimes a little bit more maintenance. So one of the drawbacks is, yes, there is flexibility, but that means you will probably need to upkeep and maintain things as you add new courses or new materials. So that's kind of a double-edged sword when it comes to WordPress and design. But if that is something that is super important to you, then you will make it work. You'll find someone to help you implement a design or maintain your site if you need to, and you can also train people. It's really not that complicated, because remember, 40% of the web is powered by WordPress, and that means there are tons of WordPress savvy people who are developers and designers and implementers that you can hire and that you can help grow and scale your business so that you're not doing everything yourself. And finally, I will say my favorite thing about WordPress, it is that it is constantly improving. So it is not just a piece of software that is one and done and you have nothing else to do and it's never gonna get better. It is constantly improving. There are new versions coming out. There are new features coming out. It is becoming easier to use over time. And that to me makes it a really great platform to choose to build your online courses on, especially because of the control and the power that you have over it. And that is why I highly recommend building your online courses and selling your online courses on WordPress. And if you don't know where to start, click the links below. You'll see our comparison pages that compare a ton of WordPress options that include learning management systems, membership systems, as well as all the integration pieces that we talked about. And of course, you'll want to check out Access Ally at accessally.com, which is where we have our WordPress plugin to build your online courses and membership sites. However you want to create them, Access Ally can do it. So you'll want to watch our other videos in our playlist here, because we talk about all kinds of things like how to raise your prices for your online courses, how to cross-sell them, and how to really make sure that you choose the right business model for your online courses. All right, I'm Natalie Lucy, and I will talk to you in the next video.